In the meantime, Hillary Clinton is expected to release more information about her health this week as she recovers from pneumonia, but many in the mainstream media are dismissing her episode. Nothing to see here. That was last week. It's a non-issue. Some even calling the coverage of it sexist. Here is CNN's Christiane Amanpour.
Surely this can't be a case of a human being having an off day. Nope. Like so many things, Hillary, the media are having a field day, off to the races with another debilitating case of indignant outrage. Can't a girl have a sick day or two?
What? All right. And MSNBC host Lawrence O'Donnell is spending 10 minutes on it.
The news media lost its mind. Health might have nothing to do with how long a presidency lasts. News media has struggled to identify the voting issue in Hillary Clinton's health, and finally it landed on transparency. Health is not a voting issue in this campaign because the candidates are way, way too far apart on policy, on sanity, on intelligence, on basic human decency.
In the meantime, CBS News is under fire for editing Bill Clinton's full response to a question about his wife's health. Watch both versions.
Well, if it is, it's a mystery to me and all of her doctors. Rarely, but on more than one occasion over the last many, many years, the same sort of things happened to her when she just got severely dehydrated. Well, if it is, it's a mystery to me and all of her doctors, because frequently, not frequently, that's not it. Rarely, but on more than one occasion over the last many, many years, the same sort of things happened to her when she just got severely dehydrated.
Whoa. What was the change there? Did you notice it? CBS responding, saying it was edited for time, darn it. That phrase, about 3 seconds long. I'm going to let you go first, Guy Benson. There's so much to chew on in there.
Exactly.
Where do you want to start?
Where do we start? I'm going to start with Christiane Amanpour because that performance was spectacularly hacktastic. She went through as a journalist and scolded journalists for asking questions and seeking transparency.
Yep.
And later in her little lecture and soliloquy that she gave, she went on to go back to the good old days where the media covered up ailments for other presidents, like FDR and JFK back in the day. Like, it is amazing to me that she attempted a spin on Hillary's behalf that her own campaign didn't even have the balls to try because it was so ludicrous. They admitted they should have been more transparent, and here's a journalist making excuses that they shouldn't have been that transparent, and transparency isn't an issue, which apparently Lawrence O'Donnell agrees with over on MSNBC. What is this about?
Anytime you tell journalists to stop inquiring other journalists,
we just want to ask
more. You
more.
are not a journalist anymore. You're an advocate, right?
So I did think it was interesting that her argument was to say that for all those men who got covered up, this is equality now. She should also have the right to have her health covered up.
Except Bill Clinton in 1992 caved to pressure and put out all of his medical records as a candidate, and in 1996 did a long interview about his health and said that the American people have a right to know. So if we want equality, let's hold Hillary to Bill's standard.
A man who's had heart health problems in his history as well. Go ahead.
Can I just tell you something? I tweeted a few days ago, how would the media have reacted if my father's lifeless body were thrown into a van and his shoe fell on the ground? And it was retweeted thousands of times. I don't like this hypocrisy. If this were Ann Romney, Mitt Romney, Donald Trump, any conservative candidate in that video that happened on Sunday, the media would be going crazy. And I don't like the hypocrisy in this. I have brought up many articles. The Washington Post ran several on September 6th saying Hillary's health is off limits. I'm a conspiracy theorist with a tinfoil hat. And then on September 11th, after the video, which I only saw because of a citizen journalist, not because any journalists were doing their jobs. Now it's okay and on point. The hypocrisy of everything that's happened in this election. This is the most riled up I've been, other than the comments about my father.
Can I ask you? So going back to those leaked emails from Colin Powell saying, and on HDTV, she didn't look good. She's working herself to death. She did that crummy press conference and then flew to San Francisco for a paid gig. She flew back the next day. She's going to turn 70, her first year in office. So to conspiracy theorists out there, everybody behind the scenes, this was a year ago, is talking about her health.
I would just wonder if Donald Trump, if he was coughing as much, and I'm not saying that could still be an allergy or whatever, but if he was coughing to that extent every time he stepped up to a microphone, what the coverage would be like on the other side.
All right, there you go.